Oh, this is awesome.
I'm James. Nothing gets past me. I'm more worried about the girls than the guys, because they're a lot more sneakier than guys are. They're more evil. They're better liars. See you in 3 months, bitches.
James?
Did the math in my head. Saw that 10 beds, 3 sleeping bags, and like a little futon thing on the side. So somebody's getting screwed, but it wasn't me. My first thought of Howie was I thought he actually was suffering from some sort of slight mental retardation. My turn. I'm James. I'm 27. I was a high school teacher. I've taught 9th grade philosophy, and now I am going to get my master's. So I told him I was a teacher. That's nowhere near the truth. I wanted a job that seemed non-threatening, you know? I've never been a teacher.
You know I love you.
Uh-huh. Jennifer seems to be trying to play a couple of different guys. Mike's falling for her. She's trying to play us. She's trying to pretend like she's interested in us, and she's being overly flirtatious.
I don't even know how to sit on this thing.
So I went to talk to Rachel today because a little bit nervous with her being the head of household, and I needed to make sure the guys were safe.
Not that I don't like it when Jennifer kind of is too flirtatious. That bothers me that she's always like trying to sit like next to me and rub my legs and I mean, just because you might get a girl versus a guy vote, you know what I mean? But I think I could talk to Eric and Eric gives that power over the other guys. I feel evil right now. You know?
Alright, well I appreciate that.
Hopefully if all goes well, then we'll get Jennifer out of here. That'll be one evil little woman down. A few more to go.
James came up to me and he recommended someone, and I actually thought of the same. But I hadn't said anything to anybody. But my decision's not in stone. Nothing's in stone until I take the keys and put them in the bag. So we'll just see what happens.
James, you were safe.
I know you're not all right.
I'm fine.
You look like you want to cry. Sarah and I have been dating for about 4 months now. No one suspects us right now, and we are the twist. Who should we keep? Come on, beautiful.
Don't be nice to me now.
I'll be nice to you every chance I get.
No, you're being this mean to me.
It's really difficult being in the house with James and not being able to show emotions towards him.
We'll make it up when we get out. We'll make it up when we get out.
How are you gonna make it up?
Lots of hugs and kisses.
No, other than that, I want lots of shiny stuff.
All right, who's the hottest girl here? Total package.
Like marriage material? Sarah.
I agree.
So far, the twist with James and I is going well. They really have no idea that we are actually a real couple.
Can't wait to get back to Atlanta with you.
I love you so very much.
I've been trying so hard just to act natural. It's hard to not show all of my attention towards him. I love James so much.
People are gonna freak out when they find out we're really together.
My relationship with Sarah is definitely one of the more serious ones I've been in. We've used the L word with each other. One of the most difficult parts is like, you're even worried sometimes about looking in her direction.
It's hard not to be able to, show our emotions, but we're finding ways to get closer to each other.
We have our little thing when our fingers are crossed. That means we're telling each other we love each other.
As far as James flirting with other girls in the house, I know that the other girls just adore him.
You do have the cutest bathing suits.
You're so sweet.
I've never seen your tattoo before. There are a lot of cute girls in here, so Sarah's keeping me on the straight and narrow with that. I know she's jealous when she sees one of the girls flirting with me. Janelle, stop smoking.
I'm not smoking. I don't smoke.
Sarah sees all these girls as threats towards me as opposed to threats in the game. When she gets together, she wants to talk about us, as opposed to discussing the issues in the game.
If I wasn't here, would you be hitting on these other girls?
You see the girls here. So not my type.
That is.
In my head, I'd like to believe that Sarah can pull this off, but in my heart, I just have some reservation. Kaser is a lot sneakier than Eric gives him credit. Not a lot of people give him credit. I vote to evict Kaser.
Ashleah, you have been evicted from the Big Brother house.
Right here, you could have taken it. But if you take my queen, my knight's gonna take your queen.
I know, but I don't want to take your queen.
Janelle, she's dumb, but she's a nice girl. And really hot, though.
Is that a good move?
If you take my queen out, you lose your queen.
Where can I have my queen where you won't take it?
My father taught me how to play chess when I was a little girl. I do something differently with each guy I played.
Game's over. Checkmate.
God, I'm lost.
We're all sitting there, and next thing you know, we're in the middle of this heated political discussion over the Iraq War.
And what do you think it was based upon? Don't even tell me weapons of mass destruction.
The two things you don't talk about with friends are politics and religion.
I think it was based on bad intelligence that started back from Carter when he started cutting all the CIA agents.
Come on, dude. That is
Yes
not
or
a
no?
reason to go invade a country.
James took the stance that the war on Iraq is justified, while Eric, on the other hand, felt that it wasn't justified.
Do you think Iraq right now is any better?
I'll ask you, what do you think? You would know better than either one of us.
No, it's not.
My family is from Iraq, and most of them still live there.
It's complete civil unrest. People can't even leave the house now.
I'd rather him be over there blowing people up than over here knocking down buildings.
Oh my, this is such bull, man.
It's not.
This is such bull. Let me tell you something, James. I thought you were an intellectual, but you're disappointing me right now.
War is a treacherous thing. People are dying. It's not a fireworks show. And I think I need to prove that point. I need to show that there is a human face, and that's part of the reason I'm here.
My aunt just died during this whole period right now. I think because of like diabetes or something really simple that could have been cured, but she can't get to a hospital because of the
checkpoints or things like that?
Yeah.
It was just so weird talking to him, listening to these stories. It's one thing when you hear it on the news, but he doesn't want any loss of life because these are his people. And I can't really understand where he's coming from because I haven't faced that situation yet. It's so weird to hear the stories from you because when you hear them on TV, they don't seem as real. You know what I mean?
We had a little heartfelt moment. I'm in a unique situation. I'm an American, yet I am an Iraqi as well. I can feel the pain on both sides.
James, you are safe.
Six minutes, 31 seconds.
You could just feel the relief when James won the power veto. The giant weight had been lifted off of our shoulders.
James, you are now the holder of the golden power of veto. Congratulations.
Michael is a threat to the harmony in here, but there would be some pros to vetoing Michael just so we get rid of Janelle because I think she's a more fierce competitor. All right, my decision. Is not to use the power of veto. I think it's in my best interest as well as some of the other people's best interest that I not use it. So, veto ceremony is adjourned.
James, you won the high and dry veto competition by only 13 seconds. How grueling was that competition?
That competition was, I mean, it was an awesome competition. It was kind of, when I realized the 13 seconds and then, you know, Janelle by 17 seconds, it's, you know, no offense to them, but it's good they're sitting up there because they're, you know, good competitors. And I don't know if I could do it again. The reason to keep Mike is that as a player, he's not a threat. Janelle by far is a stronger player than Mike. She's a better liar. She has no self-respect, so therefore she's willing to do anything.
Michael, you have been evicted from the Big Brother house.
Can't you each other?
My bad.
Oh, come on.
I was just gonna get. I know you guys had almonds and cashews in your stuff.
Michael was eating them.
You guys gonna get out of my room?
I say
so I
it
can
all
have
the
it
time.
for my last week.
Well, I was thinking we'd give it to the people on the block. Is that you?
That was my foreshadowing. So I go into the gold room, and 3 of them just like crap themselves. And then they're like, come on in. And I'm like, no, I'm just here for, the peanuts. They told me I could stay, but I knew it'd be a bunch of BS. So I left. Latched the door in the gold room.
Who did you know?
Howie. Howie, but can I tell you something? My strategy is here to figure out, because I know about this whole tandem thing.
Yeah.
Okay? And it's because I was supposed to come with a friend, and he had to back out for medical reasons.
Honestly, I don't know where this is going to take us in this conversation, but I believe you do have a partner here.
Okay. You can believe that, but I don't. But
It wouldn't make sense if you didn't. Because I think I figured out every other partner. There's only 2 people left. You and Sarah. You were telling me, you can look me straight in the eye.
I'm telling you straight to the eye that I am not with anyone in this house. I've never shaken on agreements. I've never done anything.
He wouldn't be so stupid to blatantly lie to me. He would know that if he lied to me and I caught on, that I would put him up right away. Given the fear and the look in his eyes, I don't think he would have done that. Ideally, I want you to work with me. I want you there with me because I think we can tear through this house.
Okay, sir. Because you don't have a tandem anymore, I don't think there's going to be a problem with that. I cannot believe that I can lie like I can lie. If I pull this off, I need to get the biggest BS award in Big Brother history.
I'm not going to put you up as much as they want me to put you up.
Okay, sir, he told me I was safe last night, but I believe him as far as I can, throw Howie. I just have to get through the case for that. If he keeps letting Janelle pull his strings, he's gone next week. There is no one in this house except for Janelle who wants Janelle to be here. You put up Janelle, then your ass is safe for several weeks. And you will earn yourself a respect that is unparalleled right now.
This place is going nuts. People want me to take out James, but James I feel is, I can trust James 100%. He's a good ally, but the only way I can keep James is if I let Janelle go. But I've already made a promise to Howie and Janelle.
The only way to save yourself is to make that jump. Alliances are forming. You see them every day. The thing is, if you do that, you save yourself for several weeks.
I nominated James and Maggie for Eviction. James, you are a great player.
After the nominations, I was pissed. As much as I've been trying to pretend like I'm one of the nice guys here, you know what? It's over. I have to be a little bit more careful. It's making me up my game, I think, to a more evil level.
Sorry.
Not right now, dude. Not right now. I'm telling you. Not after that conversation.
I'm not going to put you up as much as they want me to put you up.
I know. Nominations were exactly what I frickin' expected. Kaser set me up perfectly.
Unfortunately, James got put up on the nomination block. Kesar couldn't go wrong by putting up those 2 nominees. I think it was a great choice for him, bad choice for me.
I had no idea what it would feel like.
It's not the greatest.
Hang in there.
I'm hanging in there. This is
over yet.
Oh, I know. He told me yesterday I was safe. To my face, in his room, he's like, you know what? You're safe. We shook on it. I told you, he's doing this to get to you because he can't nominate you.
If I keep you safe this week, you owe me 1 week.
I can promise you that.
He's getting to the 2 people that are close to you.
I mean, Maggie.
Oh, it's his perception. So I gotta win this veto.
Yep. That's what it comes out.
But then again, if I win the veto, you best go right up on the block. Everybody thinks I hate you.
I think you hate me.
No, I mean, when you told me...
I'm so sorry.
Dude, Kaser, it's a game. Same thing I told Howie and Janelle.
Eric came up here and he's like, hey, just, I'll help you out if you want.
His word doesn't mean... You know what's going to happen if he gets the veto tomorrow. He's taking Maggie off.
I know.
I just hope I have the votes to stay here. Because I'm sure Eric is going to be campaigning against me.
He's already started.
I've had an alliance with Eric since day one. Kaser had told me that he's been negative campaigning against me. As far as I'm concerned, with Eric and I, it's over.
This whole house is being thrown into turmoil now. Because nobody trusts anybody. How are Howie and Janelle going to vote?
They are going to vote against you.
Because they don't like me at all, huh?
Because they feel threatened.
If you get the power of veto yourself, I wouldn't even say go for a vet. I would say drop it on Eric.
The one thing that they hated more than the vet was Eric.
That's what I wanted to catch you beforehand, because I'm like, if you want to shake things up, throw it back in Eric. You know? So let me get out there and save my ass.
Don't hold it against me, dude. I still...
It's a game, Kaser. It's a game. As much as... I mean, I plan on getting the veto, obviously. Otherwise, I go home.
Right, but...
My thing is, if I get the veto and I take myself off, I don't want any vet put up.
Why?
Eric put up.
You can't put Eric up. You made a deal with him.
And Eric made a deal with Michael. Eric made a deal with
everyone.
Eric made a deal with me. He's been the most dirty player in this entire game. He's lied to every single person. I'm sorry, he's a liar. He's a backstabber.
Okay, so he gets in there and he tells you, you don't put me on the block, you're safe. If I get that veto, do you guys think you'd be willing to put Eric up?
Well, I would love it.
I would guarantee you my vote.
I would love it.
Because I can vote then at that point. All right, well, let me do some more thinking.
I wasn't going to be the one sitting in front of Julie talking about how I played this game with integrity and kept my word to someone who didn't keep his word to anyone. I wasn't going to be that idiot.
Okay, I'm done, Janelle. I think we should tell her right now. Go grab her.
Sarah actually changed my mind. It's either win or go home, so if I had to put it all on the line. So I was just like, screw it, I'm going to tell him.
Let's go into your room.
Janelle and I have lost our partners, but now we're working as a group. So that leaves us Rachel and Howie, and you two.
Best numbers.
When he finally came out about him and Sarah, I definitely gained more trust for James. I realized at that point the alliance I'd been working for was going to come together.
I gave my word to Eric, but he's not playing clean, and I'm willing to take
Eric hasn't kept his word to anybody.
Exactly.
I really would just want to give him his hat back and be like, your word means to me, man.
So I'm willing to take him out to make us the final six. I wanted this to happen exactly the way I planned. If we get veto, you're out, and we vote for Eric.
The plan was if I win, take myself off, and we put Eric right in my seat.
I'm giving you my word right now. I did almost hang you out to dry, but I don't want you to go.
I think that's it, April.
Okay, Howie, you're eliminated from the game, and James, you are the winner of the Golden Power of Veto.
It gives me the chills because things are working out perfectly, and I'm so excited. I can't even tell you.
When James won, that was a horrible feeling.
Nice job, guys.
Everybody did good.
The house knew at that moment that they tried to screw over the wrong person.
I'm going up.
That's
And
not
this is an
getting
ulterior
nasty.
plan. And you can take that union hat off, too. Thank you.
You guys, that's
Well,
not
nice
getting
plan,
nasty.
though. I give you credit, brother.
You were going to get it back when you lied to me about, oh, I owe you one when I got the veto for you.
Really?
I helped Eric get Michael out of the house,
My decision is not to use the power of veto.
and now Eric was trying to get me out of the house.
Hey, Eric, don't get upset now, Eric.
No.
Don't get upset
I'm
now.
not upset.
Eric,
How about that? How
you
about
gotta
seeing
be
the
a good
Yankees
sport
even?
about this.
Come on.
You want to be a good
Nice
sport
plan.
about
I
this.
give you credit for trumping me.
Exactly. You told me in that room, you're like, if you ever backstab me, you're dead.
Right.
You backstab me, so it's shoes on the other foot. It's all part of the game, baby.
No, that's right. Hey, I'm not upset.
He put himself in this position, and I was going to make him hold himself accountable because he would not be here if he didn't try to stab me in the back. Plain and simple.
One of these days, someone on this team is going to need my veto. It's not fighting. There was no fighting there. People got upset.
Why does it have to get so nasty like that?
He owed me one because of that veto. The
And
only
when did it
one,
change?
the
And when
only,
did it change?
these people were the only ones willing to save me.
Myself, Sarah, Howie, Rachel, Janelle, and Kaser are going to stay together. We want to be the final six people.
I'm telling you that those are the same people that told you that I wanted to nominate you. I never mentioned your name, and I don't think that she mentioned your name. And I
You
don't
guys,
think
that stuff doesn't matter. Because the fact was that I was going home this week.
There is no reason for me to not use this veto. If I don't use this veto, I go home. I'd have to case her. If he doesn't put up Eric, then, oh, it's going to be nuts, because there's nothing 100%. Somebody could have pissed Kaser off at the last moment, and they could be playing me. Time for the veto ceremony. Everyone to the living room, please. Welcome, everybody, to the veto meeting. As everyone knows, Maggie and I have been nominated for eviction. Last week I was up here and I had this, and it was supposed to be to save the house, and this week I have it and it's to save my butt. So obviously I am choosing to use the veto nomination on myself. Kaser, since I vetoed one of the nominations and you're the head of the household, you have to make another nomination. To see Eric in the nomination chair felt beautiful. He tried to screw me, and it backfired on him.
James.
Yes.
It has been a roller coaster week for you.
Really?
You were nominated for eviction, won the Golden Power veto, and removed yourself from the chopping block. What has surprised you the most about this game?
Everything. And if I don't win HOH, it'll be the same thing next week. So just take 1 week at a time. It's the only thing you can do.
Are you really a teacher?
I don't even have a college degree. I still want to be a professor. That's all true.
How old are you for real?
29.
And out of everyone, James has lied the most.
I'm James. I'm 27. I was a high school teacher.
He has lied about Sarah, of course, which I know we all lied about coming, with the pair.
He's a cult leader, where these people are just giving up their lives to follow him blind. I vote to evict Eric.
Eric, you have been evicted from the Big Brother house.
Sarah is beautiful. Sarah is somewhat intelligent. But when it comes to physical competition, poor Sarah. She's so sweet, and she just wanted to do good for me and for the team, and just put it in the first hole.
I don't want to go home without him. Unfortunately, that may happen. I'm going to have to just be a strong person.
The head of household bedroom was wonderful. It was the most amazing moment of my life. No, I was pathetic. I'm watching all these putrid little rats go around and try to kiss Maggie's ass some more. Let her listen to her music and, smoke banana peels and do whatever the hell she does in there. Just don't make me sick. The purpose of sitting down and talk with them was knowing that my butt isn't against the wall. I knew that I had to start pulling them over back to my side.
You know what? If we're going to be here, play just as nasty.
But it's so funny because both teams think the other side is playing just as nasty.
With Maggie, but no. I think he doesn't realize is he puts more of a target on himself by doing things like that.
That's not how this house goes. It's like 1 week to the next.
But you will never, but you know what? Maybe sometimes you shouldn't make people feel so, because you never know when it's going to come back.
The James conversation was all about him basically betraying the group. Now he's trying to crawl back into the circle, and we're not going to let him. What goes around comes around. Life's a bitch. You can justify whatever you want, and it's like, I'll believe what I want.
It's rationalized.
You're not going to be able to rationalize with me your actions. You're really not. There's a lot of people that are in my gray area and that I believe, but I don't feel that way about you.
Maggie, I wanted to smack her because she's one of the most dishonest people in my eyes here.
I just wonder, if you know that you're pulling away from a group that would have stayed true to you as long as they could.
This is what bothers me about it, James. You trusted somebody in 1 day, and you forgot the trust that you had built in 3 weeks.
Because there was no other option, because his loyalty to her was greater than it was to me.
I don't understand what's going through Yvette's head right now. I would have saved myself regardless. Last week, I knew I had to go to Kaser and them. As much as Eric was willing to send me home, he was willing to send her home. And Bo should see this as well, but they're just too blind, too brainwashed, or just too stupid to realize what this game's about.
I'm just here to say I'm sorry. That's it. And I feel bad because I feel like, I hurt someone that I thought was like a brother.
I am choosing to use the veto nomination on myself.
But that's what I thought he did to me.
James came in to apologize, so I let him apologize.
Then we started discussing strategy.
So who do you think I should put up tomorrow?
I can't tell you who you want to put up tomorrow.
Don't tell me who I want to put up. Say you just want HOH. Besides me, strategically, being that I don't have a partner anymore. Would you knock off the partners?
You can do partners, but one stays.
Correct.
You know? Obviously, the people who are the most dangerous are the people without partners. But I'm not getting into that because I don't want to send somebody else down the river, so to speak.
Interesting.
Strategically, I can tell you that if I'm not on the block and I'm asked to do a veto contest, I will not use it.
Even if Sarah's on the block?
To be honest, I think I'd function better if Sarah was not here. I'd miss her, but strategically, I think there are two other people that would be better suited on the block. Strategically about you is that I can't read you.
How unfortunate.
It's very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate for me to go into an environment where I don't know what the other person is contemplating.
What do you do for a living? 'Cause what if it's the same thing as me? Oh my God, wouldn't that be ironic?
You're a nurse, aren't you?
Am I?
What do you do for a living? Are you a cop?
Would I ever tell you if I was?
She had that room set up like a perfect interrogation room. She had herself at a raised position. She had me at a lower level. I couldn't read crap on her. She's had the same training I've had, but she's allowed to go a little bit further because she's a cop and they're allowed to be people.
No, but if I tell you, won't you tell me?
Mm-mm.
Well, that's no fair then.
It's totally not.
Oh, man, I'm not a cop.
With that said...
You son of a...
What? This meeting's adjourned.
I nominated James and Kaser. I've watched you rally people in order to go in one direction, and I find that to be an incredible threat. That is why you two are nominated. This meeting is adjourned.
I don't care what the competition is. I just have to have that veto. I can't let Maggie win. No way in hell. And I can't let Sarah down. I really feel going up against Kaser, I could stay in this house.
I just don't want to be without you.
Don't worry.
You know, when Sarah's hurt, I'm hurt. Especially if she's hurt because she thinks that her situation helped screw up mine. Sarah is, you know, my world to me.
I don't think that was her best move, though.
Because you know the scenario we were talking about. Strong-arming people with their partners. You know what I mean?
Tear apart the team.
Right. So
she
like,
didn't do that.
Right, which makes me believe that there's either something else involved or she's just stupid.
I don't think she's a strategic player.
Because this is strictly vengeance.
Exactly.
Maggie's move was purely an emotional move made out of vengeance.
Who are you going to pick?
I'm no choice. I can only pick Sarah. Howie, Rachel, if they go in, they're going to throw it because they're worried about the other person getting nominated.
Right.
So that just guarantees me a loss, too.
Not necessarily.
No, it doesn't. You haven't seen her compete yet.
Yes, I have.
When?
And she cracks under pressure. So, more so I don't want her to do it just because if she does lose...
Would you have any suggestions?
She blames herself, though. That's the thing.
Exactly, she's going to blame herself the entire time.
This contest tomorrow basically has to be one that I can win or lose myself because I can't put that pressure on Sarah.
Yeah, please feel. I know I don't have the bond that you and Eric had, but if you need to talk.
I know. It's just that I was very connected to you too. I just felt very like...
You felt what I felt, okay? Because I felt I was let down.
Yeah, you felt it, right? You know what? That's why I feel blame too.
I like Yvette, and I generally am concerned when she's, you know, upset. But it doesn't mean I'm not going to take that opportunity to also try to play a little strategy with her.
The way I feel is this week, it's just a straight-up vote against Kaser. I think I have it. But if Janelle pulls him off with the veto, then I'm gone. And then the same two problems are still here, and the good guys keep going home.
Yeah. That's what bothers.
If Janelle gets Kaser off, the evil people stay, and I go home because there's no one else to put me up against.
I need to play both sides, I guess, kind of like I've been doing all along.
I got to make it through this week, and I need to know that if I do it, I have you guys' support. Yvette, things are going to work out all right. I have a contest tomorrow I got to prepare for. I hurt Maggie emotionally, and now she's coming back. Sarah pulled out the last key, correct?
Right.
What was the name on that? Janelle.
Right.
What does Janelle start with?
J.
J-A. What does James start with?
J.
She gave Sarah the second to last key and let her think she was pulling out my key. Psychological warfare. As Maggie knows, that's the best way to get to me, which is all she got out of me last night, because as long as I have Sarah, I have a weakness. It's not fair to be in here with someone like a significant other. The fact that Sarah's here makes it very difficult.
If you and Sarah go up, do you think we can swing the votes?
I do. I think we could. I know Holly and Rachel are down to keep you in.
I think I could get Yvette to vote for me. So if we can definitely get Holly and Rachel, then I can get Yvette. That's the only person I need to go to, because the last person I wanted to find out is like I'm negative campaigning against my girlfriend. The more people that think Sarah's expendable to me, the less they're going to use her as a target to get to me. You know, I don't want them knowing basically my weakness, my kryptonite, you know? I don't know, man, it's a crazy game. I'd do anything to ensure the safety for both of us.
No, the only person I know that would take me off is you. If you two get it, then it saves me and you.
One of us just needs to win.
I realize I can't do this on my own. I'm here with Sarah. If she's going to be here and she's going to make it to the end with me, then she's got to win that veto. Hopefully she'll pull through and come through for me.
You realize you have to bring a game like you've never brought tomorrow. And whatever happens stays on the court. You can't come off and blame yourself for anything. You need to understand that.
I need to step up to the plate and I need to win this veto. The best possible scenario would be that I save him with it, because then I guarantee my safety as well.
Tonight we're going to go to bed early. We're going to get some sleep. We're going to wake up in the morning and we're going to do this. I need you to be strong.
I hope it's physical.
We will break down or celebrate tomorrow. All right?
I love you.
Make sure I get it back.
Oh, you'll get it back. With the veto competition approaching, I was nervous. Thought that this could be the week that, you know, they finally get me. So I was trying to regain some help from Maggie's side of the house.
Like Rachel, putting Howie and Rachel up. Okay.
Told Yvette I'd put up Howie and Rachel because they were flying under the radar, and at this stage in the game, I'm still going to continue to play both sides.
Howie and Rachel, I'm putting those up. If I can Rachel, I promise. Promise.
Look at me.
Promise.
Promise.
You have my hand on the Bible.
James put his hand on the Bible, looked at me dead straight in the eyes and said, I swear on this Bible, look at me. I would put up Howie and Rachel. I'd put up Howie and Rachel. Taking your word for it.
You can't get a stronger one than the one you have right now. Are you ready for this?
Yes. Yes. Please don't do that, because you're going to make me even more nervous.
Okay. You need to relax.
I'm fine. You need to stop doing this to me, because you're going to stress me out.
There's probably nobody else in the house that if they did win the veto that they would use it to save him. I know I'm probably not the best competitor. I was his last hope.
Please don't underestimate me.
I'm not underestimating you. We're going to do fine. We got this.
I was just so excited and just grabbed him and knew he was safe and knew that we at least have another week here together.
Congratulations, Sarah.
Granted, I won the veto today, but Kaser goes home, and I respect Kaser as a person a great deal. I expect his insight, I respect his intellect, and I won't find that with anybody else in this house.
It's okay, dude. Hey, dude, you did awesome, dude. You were like hitting it down every shot.
Kaser, I know the winning. One of us had to go home, but the point is that I'm the one that helped send you home.
I'm sorry, Kaser.
Look, all four of them are going to vote to send Kaser home. The biggest threat to their side, other than myself and Kaser, is Janelle. She's a kick-ass competitor. They'd be stupid not to get rid of her.
Just try to get this all back on track and start playing the game the way you want it. If you were to get HOH, you're still going to probably put up Howie and Rachel.
If I get HOH, I have to get rid of Maggie.
Stupid me, that 60% trust that I had left for James, yeah, that part of me believed him, that he would put up Howie and Rachel. And you know what? He won't do it now.
Maggie wants me dead. Eric made her promise to get rid of me. She turned my TV off. That bitch, Maggie turned my TV off. I saw her turn Sarah's TV off.
Well, she tried to take me out in the veto, and I was like, okay, James. And that's when I walked away.
You have anything to say?
Okay, I'm sure it seems very obvious to most everybody here what I will do with the veto. Nevertheless, does it make it any easier? Because I know in using the veto, it puts somebody else in jeopardy, somebody who's been a great friend to me, somebody with a great mind, a huge heart, and an amazing character. But with that being said, I do have to use the veto on James.
The food competition. Yvette was having problems with it.
Last night he went outside and tried to blank the dog. Where's Cappy?
Oh, okay. Just pick a word, dumbass.
He's screaming Maggie.
One of our fun pastimes is making fun of Eric.
You know, imitating him and going, you know, walking around all mad. No, Maggie, no, you know, because I guess he's a shorter person per se.
Maggie! He's gone, we're thrilled, and I hope that he's having fun watching us at home now.
Next week, if one of us gets it, Maggie goes. Maggie's the only scary person on that team.
Dude, I don't think she's that much of a threat, to be honest. She can't perform, dude.
She's Eric. She's little Eric.
Now that Eric's gone, Maggie's obviously taken over. She wears his clothes, she wears his hat.
Everyone knows what this means.
I figure I'm 23 years old. I'll be married maybe right before I turn 25. I'll have babies around 27. My husband's got to be like the coach of like the Little League.
I hate baseball.
Hey, you, look at me. Real quick. You remember seeing Uncle James on the TV?
With James and Sarah, you're in close proximity like this, and especially when you're vying for something, it can either hurt or help a relationship.
I think Sarah is pretty much the ideal girl for James. James's track record with women is long. He seemed to get bored with the girls that he dated, but with Sarah, it seems like it might last.
Thanks, that's my 23-year-old girlfriend.
The neighborhood Sarah grew up in is a nice suburban neighborhood and relaxed and comfortable and much different than the Big Brother house that she's living in now. Sarah may come off sweet and innocent, but she's a tough cookie.
Sarah can handle anything that's thrown to her.
I told Yvette that Janelle wants her off.
I believe Sarah's honesty is her best quality.
It's not in her nature to be a liar and to deceive people and to go behind people's backs or to backstab anybody.
Sarah's relationship with James, it's a new relationship. They've only been dating for 4 months, and we thought he was a great guy.
Sarah, first of all, is never going to win HOH. She just can't do anything.
Watching James be critical of Sarah, I watched my wife's blood pressure go up.
You have a very smart girlfriend.
So we're hoping that that's not his real personality, that's his game face, and that he's a little bit more upright and truthful than he appears to be on the show.
Cauliflower. C-O-L-I-F-L-O-W-E-R. Cauliflower, I don't know.
That is incorrect, Sarah.
She let me down. She murdered cauliflower.
James is more competitive, but Sarah knows how important his competitive nature is. Despite all the things I say about him being a manipulator and being a liar, he's a pretty good big brother.
There's a good side of James, and there's a kindness. I tried to teach James, as well as my other children, the Catholic faith. Religion gives you strength.
You got my hand on the Bible. If I could date you, Rachel.
When I see James not being as honest as we would like, we know that that's part of the game and not something I would think and hope that he wouldn't do very often on the outside.
James, I can say I really hope he'd pick Sarah over money, but I can't say for sure.
I can't lose him. I feel like I just want to cry just thinking about it.
I think that if they can handle the pressure of being in that big brother house and still come away from that, and the relationship just makes it through that, they'll do okay on the outside.
I love you.
Yeah, whatever. You realize you're making me bring emotion into this game.
Why are you doing it? You said you weren't going to.
So I love you.
You love me.
This is so hard. For some reason, I feel like this is very important. This is one of those potential turning points. Damn it.
Kaser, you have been evicted from the Big Brother house.
Oh my God, if everyone keeps their word, I get to stay here an extra week. I don't have to compete in the veto contest to save my hide. Oh, thank God.
H-O-H!
I saved her ass 2 weeks ago, okay? And she pulls me off that game before she pulls Janelle from the game, who she's supposed to hate.
Yeah.
I know where your loyalties are now.
Yeah.
Here's the plan. One looks one He's been gunning for you, Rachel. Every week he's been gunning for you guys.
I'm on their side, so...
Come on. He told me that he feared from day one, me and Rachel. We were good players. He wanted to come after us. I mean, they're trying to act like all of a sudden he's turning on us.
I feel comfortable with what Howie told me. If Howie was trying to work behind my back, he wouldn't have told me that Yvette and Bo had said that Sarah and I were part of their group.
Because James has been gunning for you and Rachel since week one. They're on our side. You know that, don't you, Howie? They're fighting with us.
James and Sarah, they're two of my biggest enemies in this game, but at the same time, they're my ally by this much. I'm just like...
Come in.
Come in.
You guys all working out? Look at me.
Rachel, I have a confession. You might want to sit down for this. Okay. I'm on Bo and Yvette and Maggie's side.
Okay. Grass is grass. I don't trust him. He's proven himself to be completely untrustworthy. And I didn't like him from the beginning. Although I believe that there are stronger players and there are bigger threats in this house. The prospect of Eric coming back is my biggest concern. It's huge. It's huge.
His team, with Maggie gone, is nothing.
That's just the
So
point.
I am not scared. Bring Eric back and I'll send him home next week. I'm not worried about Eric coming back. America, you can send Eric back because I'll send him right back to your ass the next week. If Eric comes back in this house, we have to be strong and we have to be united. Don't second guess each other. Nominations are coming up today. I'm feeling pretty good. It's going to be a nice, relaxing week.
Sarah and James, I nominated the both of you. James, I think you're a dangerous, dangerous player. That concerns me tremendously. I mean, with you in the way, I'm not going to be a Big Brother 6 champion. I really believe that. And because of that, I nominate you.
I understand.
Boyfriend and girlfriend, I mean, James is strong enough. And the way, you guys work together, I mean, that's a disaster for me in this game. There's no question about that. But this meeting is adjourned.
I'm completely stunned. It has to have been in the works because Rachel, Howie, and Janelle cannot be that stupid. Now I feel so betrayed. They see Sarah and I as probably the only people that stand between them and the money. It's unbelievable. I'm just a loss for words right now, man, because I'm so shocked.
Wow.
Wow.
That was a kick in the ass.
That was a kick in the ass. You know?
Wow.
You want to talk about betrayal?
Yeah. That's crazy.
I'm going to go talk to Howie, Rachel, and Janelle.
No.
I want to find out why they made this decision.
Do not talk to them. I'm done.
There's no one else to talk to.
I'm done.
I want to talk to people.
No, I don't want to talk to anybody in this house.
All right, well, so I'll be back. You can sit here, but...
No, I'll go up there too.
You win, Maggie. You won. You won, Maggie.
So that was all me?
Good job.
Competition isn't about you and I.
I know.
James has a really big problem with confrontation, and he did place all the blame on him being up on the block on me.
Howie, can we talk now? Nothing
Hey,
bad.
James, do you remember last week swearing on a Bible that you were going to put him and Rachel up? Don't you think that was going to come out?
April, I'm talking to Howie.
I know, but I'm just saying, why don't you admit you lie a lot?
I knew that James was very shady from the get-go. He's just lied one too many times, and people are finally figuring it out. He is playing the game, but the guy's dumb because he got caught.
April.
I'm just saying, why blame it on Maggie?
Everybody knows everything that everybody says.
Exactly. Exactly.
James, you and Sarah destroyed my plan in this game tremendously. Tremendously.
How's that?
Because we swore loyalty and allegiance to each other to ride this thing out.
And we
now, I have to worry about not only the so-called enemy coming after me, but I got to worry about my own team turning on me. When you swear to me, Janelle, Rachel, and Kaser that you're fighting for us and you'll do anything, and then you go and betray us like that.
When did I betray you? That's what I'm asking.
To the wolves. Promise.
Howie, when
me
did I
and
betray
Rachel.
you?
Put up Howie. Backdoor Howie.
Howie.
Howie, that
How
was
many
not
times do I got to hear that from
Howie.
different people around the house?
Do you understand they were saying the same thing to us about you guys?
Howie, what you need to understand is you made this decision because you believe them.
I listened to everybody, James and Sarah. Everybody.
You get the whole group up here. I never gave you and Rachel away. I think the reason I denied it was it just shocked me at first. Definitely the denial was a bad decision. Basically, our contract said that we were going to ignore whatever we heard because we had solidified our bond with trust.
Well, you guys are responsible.
FYI, if
you guys
he
are
leaves
responsible
this
for
week,
me
you
for
and
winning.
Rachel are the next target if they win.
Then
That's exactly what's
Then I
going-
didn't do the right thing. Then I didn't do the right thing. James and Sarah are right. You know, I made a very bad decision. I destroyed our alliance, and I'm sorry if I am wrong.
Did you?
I told them if they help us in the veto competition, I will go after Rachel and Howie can go through it.
Okay, well that's you. I told you don't do that.
Sarah, it doesn't matter right now.
How many times did I tell you to stay away from people?
I know.
Stop talking.
Yvette's the one who obviously told everyone I swear it on the Bible. You know? Of course, they kind of left out the fact that it was nullified.
If you were to get HOH, you're still gonna probably put up Howie and Rachel.
If I get HOH, I have to get rid of Maggie. Maybe stop crying.
We're not bad people.
Maybe.
Why are these people doing this?
Because there are bad people.
I don't want to quit if he leaves this week because I don't want to be a quitter. I want to show that I can be a strong person. But I don't want to be here without him either, so it's the balance of the two, and it's just really hard. I don't know what I did to deserve this.
We played this game. That's all.
No, you played this game.
Sarah and I, one of us doesn't get this veto, then I'm going home this week. Don't get involved. It's all we understand it's strategy. We understand it's strategy, April.
No, you just lied too many times, and then you had your girlfriend doing all your dirty work, which made it even worse.
What dirty work did I do?
Kaser, before he left, he's like, I know exactly what James has done, and he's going to be out of here. Don't even worry about it. I already know. I'm not stupid. I saw it.
Kaser said that to you?
Yeah, we know.
That's funny, because you should have heard the things that Kaser was saying
I told
upstairs.
you, do not get into this.
Trust me.
Everybody says
That was, hey, that was the
okay.
week, listen, that was the week Kaser was HOH. I'm telling you right before he left, he found
we
what
understand
he was
what
doing.
it's about. It doesn't matter. It's
He
part of the game.
figured it out. Did it to yourself. That's just the bottom line.
What'd you say to her? I told you.
I didn't say anything to her.
What were you standing there talking to her
I
about?
I said, April, what did I do? Tell me what I did.
Do not give them the satisfaction of seeing you like this.
I want to make their lives a living hell. Done with this sweet and innocent little girl.
Janelle, do you really believe with your heart that we were going to come after you?
No, I don't. I don't think that you guys were after me.
Well, we weren't after Howie and Rachel either, but that's how everybody made it seem too, so it doesn't matter, we don't have a choice.
Or after Maggie? I had to be after Maggie. That's what I said from the beginning, you know?
I took them each one by one and asked them the same story, play by play, what happened, and it's all the same.
I want to know what the story is.
All their stories are matching up, that's what I'm
What the hell do you
saying.
think they were doing up there for a week in the same exact bedroom? The funny thing is that they came up with a pretty good damn story about Michael to make the entire house hate Michael.
Get rid of him.
They just started to make every person in here feel very uncomfortable.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah.
Why didn't anyone tell me this? Hello?
Well, you need to open your eyes and open your ears.
They did a great job doing that, didn't they?
I don't know who to believe at this point, and it's just really confusing for me. I mean, they're telling me one thing, and the other side's saying one thing, and I have no way of finding out what is the truth.
We said upstairs the very first night that we got together, no matter what, we don't even need to have these kind of meetings anymore, because we know that we can be truthful and honest with each other.
We need to trust each other, because if we're not going to get past this, we don't trust each other.
Don't ask us to be part of your group if you just want to use us as your little pawn pieces.
That was not
If we're
my
disposed.
intention,
That's
Sarah.
exactly how it feels, though.
Sarah,
No,
do not
not
argue.
at all. I'm just saying,
It's just disgusting that you guys believe them over us. I think I'm working on Janelle. I think she's starting to understand that, you know, maybe she's being lied to.
Oh my God. You could cut the tension with a knife out in that backyard. Nobody was breathing.
The only way I know I'm staying here another week is if I get the veto myself. No one's gonna use it on me. I was smashing every single one of those people sitting there. That was all for them. All for them.
Why aren't there more candies in his if these people want him out? Are they freaking retarded?
9, 10, 11, 12.
I thought we were good to go. I really thought, okay, he's got 25, 26 candies there, and James is going home.
13, 14.
I needed to win this veto more than anything. Just like every damn week, you know, I need to win this thing to stay here another week.
15, 16.
James winning it is the worst possible scenario.
17, 18. James has 18 Tuesday.
James cannot win this veto competition because James is going to come back and bite us all in the butt really hard, and it's going to hurt.
I felt very good when Janelle was counting them off. And the more my spirits lifted, the more the mood of the crowd depressed. Why am I the villain?
Power of veto goes to James.
Again. He won it again. He didn't even win it. We freaking gave it to him.
What the hell happened today at a lot of piñata? There wasn't a lot of thinking going on, was there?
I am very happy that James won the power veto, but it pretty much does seal my fate that I most likely will be the one to leave the house on Thursday.
I messed up.
There's not a person who's more feared/hated than me. Now I think they're going to see a side of James that they might not be prepared for.
Baby, either way we're going to be without each other. Unfortunately, this week we know one of us is going home. If he uses it on himself, that's fine with me. To be honest, I would hate to be here in this house without him. You're going to cry?
Nope.
Okay, sit on your lap. I love you.
Just gonna try to enjoy the time together and not let them get to us. I want to miss her, but that's the way the game goes.
I'm sorry you had me put through this.
America, you can keep them, All I want is Sarah. This was not a strategic decision to put up Sarah and I. This was purely stupid. If I stay, do I expect them to put me up next week? Yes. And if Sarah stays, do I expect them to put her up? Probably not. So, I mean, I'm still not sure if I'm going to use the veto on her or me.
Everybody into the living room for the veto ceremony. Welcome to the veto ceremony. Sarah and I have been nominated, and I've been given the power to veto one of the nominations. I could give Sarah an opportunity to say why I should use the veto to save her.
Well, baby, pretty much you came into my life and taught me how to have faith and trust in people again. Unfortunately, living in this house, I've been taught to think twice about the people that you trust. But I still have complete faith and trust in you, and I love you so much.
And I had so many prepared and I can't think of what to say now. I know a lot of times people say they make decisions based on strategy, but this game has not been played with strategy. This game has been played a lot of times through fear and through popularity contest. And that is why I was able to win this, because people did not make strategic decisions. They made dumb decisions. I'm using this to save myself. Howie, I think you probably had to prepare for this, so you gotta nominate someone else, I guess, whoever lost straws or volunteered. If Sarah's evicted, I'm the prime target regardless, so I'm going to have to be more resourceful, more mean, more cunning than they've seen.
James?
Yes?
You won the power veto 3 times. But by saving yourself from eviction, your girlfriend Sarah may be going home tonight. How hard of a decision was it for you to use the veto on yourself?
It's something that we talked about, obviously, from the moment we got nominated. And the way things were going in the house, I feel like it'd be better for me to stay an extra week than for her to stay an extra week, just because, I don't know, I think I kind of scare a few people with me being around here. So stay an extra week, let them lose some sleep, you know, and she can go back and see her family.
Thank you, James.
People are definitely doing this to Sarah in order to keep me from having any sort of friend. I vote to evict Yvette.
Sarah, you have been evicted from the Big Brother house.
Sarah, I am so proud of the way you played this game. You're an amazing woman, and I'm very, very lucky to be with you. So thank you for your time here, and you know, I know that we're going to be together when I get out, so I have that to look forward to. And I love you. Everybody in here obviously realized that Sarah's my weak point, and strategically, I think they thought that would make me weaker and maybe even make me want to give up. So it's my belief that their intentions were to break me down on a personal level. It was just sad. It was like the reality was just, you know, it was painful that she was now leaving. It didn't feel right. It was, oh man, it was crazy.
Bye, Sarah. Bye, Sarah. Bye, Sarah. Bye, Sarah. Summer. Bye, Sarah.
If God takes me out before you, then that's the way it was meant to be. But I can't promise you anything, you know. I won't falsely to you and promise you anything. You know, I won't do that.
I know.
I told him, aside from this game, I will be his friend, and I will always tell him the truth.
It is me against the house every week until I've removed every single person from here. Or they're lucky enough to get rid of me. Yvette won't lie to me. That's why I can talk to her. I don't trust anyone in here but her. I have a understanding with. It doesn't make sense to anyone else in the house here, but it makes sense to us.
I'm not going to base our friendship or anything outside of this house or anything that you ever need from me on this game. Do you understand that?
You're just setting me up in case you get age ratio, you have to nominate me.
No.
I understand that.
James, you are safe. Seeing my name come out of the box, seeing my key there was kind of a surprise because my key doesn't really ever go into that box.
I would not have a girlfriend like Sarah or friends like I have. Do not tell anyone.
Don't you worry about it.
But being like them.
By me showing the Beth's team that there were more important things to me than the game, like Sarah, I think they understand that I'm not the bad person that the other side has made me out to be.
Now they have to go to where they don't even give me a fighting chance. So, because they're scared of me. They're really scared of me. It's why they make up the lies. It's why they say... And like I said to you guys, I'm just like, when next time you guys hear something, I want you to step back. And I want you to think about the person's motives as opposed to what they're telling you.
James thinks the backdoor plan isn't fair because it doesn't give him a fair chance this week. But he's had plenty of chance in this entire game to make up for this 1 week.
I do want to be here. I think that if I stay, I would be a very strong ally, you know? But if that's what you guys choose, then that's the way the game's played. So.
Noted. Since Rachel decided to use the power of veto for herself, I have to nominate somebody else. Everybody in this house does not trust James. Kaser single-handedly brought a group together with him as the leader. And he even admitted himself that his group fell apart without him last week. So I've thought about this a lot. And I nominate Kaser. This veto ceremony is adjourned.
This is beautiful. Kaser came back in this house with one intention, to get me out. This is revenge in every facet. I guess I'm here for another week. I was really shocked, especially the way my luck has been going in this game, but I just had a feeling they were gonna strike back at Kaser like he struck at them.
Kaser, you have been evicted from the Big Brother house.
Kaser left. Second time. It's just like the first. Except this time I don't care. First time I cared, now I don't.
So you cry about it. Because you're out of here next week, bustall.
By me trying to calm Howie down, I wanted to make it look like I was doing it as his friend and as that I cared about the other side. I'm definitely working to play both sides against each other. As long as I can stay in the middle, then hopefully they're just going to knock each other out.
Am I supposed to see this as a blessing in disguise of a breakup that wasn't put in my hand? Do you know what I mean?
I think if Maggie goes, it's a blessing in disguise because of the fact you and Bo are responsible for each other only.
When I told her that it was a blessing in disguise to have Jennifer and Maggie up, is that it's going to test their group. If Jen and April campaign negatively against Maggie, then it's going to prove that they're, you know, not all friends like they claim to be.
April, they want Jen. So if Maggie goes home now, they go after Jen next. You guys are last on the list. Maggie is rallying those troops.
I think that we should get Jen out, though.
I agree that is a very good strategical move. I hate Maggie.
Jennifer's a sleazy player. I don't want her in this house after
That's
what
fine.
she's done.
You know those things where you feel in your gut? I feel in my gut that Maggie should go.
Really?
Maggie has to go home. Otherwise, I'm screwed. Maggie's deadly because she can see through me, plain and simple. And since she knows what role she played in removing Sarah from this house.
You give me your word that they are going out.
And Sarah's and James's keys will be the two that are not in the box.
Okay.
She knows that my intentions are for revenge, just as her intentions are for revenge. Neither of us will rest until the other one is out of the house.
Is let's say Jen gets HOH. Jen is bendable. All right, Maggie is not breakable.
You have a plan. You can stick with it.
If you put Yvette up, you're guaranteed Bo's vote and you're guaranteed mine. You know, I think putting up Yvette's a smart idea.
Why can't I put up April though? Why put Yvette up?
Because obviously I want Maggie out of here.
Hello, James.
Hi, Julie.
Please cast your vote to evict now.
I vote to evict Jenny.
Jennifer, you have been evicted from the Big Brother house.
Strategically, she's a very sneaky person, so I'm glad to see her leave for that reason. We lost someone else. Big deal, you know? Clears up a cot. I don't trust anyone anymore. I know every single person in this house made a pact to get Sarah and I out of the house. I will never, ever feel safe in this house again.
James, you are safe.
I'll go, but I better see one of them come next week.
You will.
The following week. Serious.
It's been trading sides every week. Why would it be any different now? It's going to happen. Whoever is left of the three of us after this week can make a run and start taking them out. I mean...
You're going to have a serious advantage.
James can be there too. There's three of us left.
James is pretty much playing both sides right now, but I think James is going to try and get rid of them before us.
If I win next week, don't come hug me. Don't. I want April to come up. I want her to hug me. I want her to embrace me. And I want to whisper in her ear, you're going up.
No.
No, don't even tell her the nomination.
Blindside her. She's like, yeah, you just don't give her a clue. I'll mosey on over to the nerd herd and see what they're saying.
I'm trying to have both sides take out my competition because I feel that they're all responsible for what Sarah and I went through in this house.
What did they say to you about me?
No, nothing. I plan on being around to the end because they make dumber mistakes than I do. I got a couple more weeks to stay here. A few more vetoes to win, hopefully. I have to win this veto because if I don't and Janelle does, then she takes off Rachel or Howie. I go up in their place, and it might be a little bit too tempting for some people to ignore.
Rachel?
8 minutes and 52 seconds. Oh my.
James, you are today's veto winner.
Congratulations.
I got the veto. I'm safe for another week. Nothing else really matters right now.
James, an all-time record veto holder of 5 vetoes now.
No. Can you believe that?
I have to say, James is the Big Brother history record holder here for vetoes. He has won his 4th veto. James, you are today's veto winner.
Congratulations.
James, you are now the holder of the Golden Power of Veto. Congratulations.
James, you are the winner of the Golden Tower of Veto.
Thank you.
Power of veto goes to James.
And if you really want to say how many vetoes he's won 5, but it was Sarah's TV. We're gonna have to come up with a platinum veto.
Veto all-time champion.
Damn.
Can't stop the guy.
Janelle was so friggin' close.
Yes.
I know.
It's very important to keep James on our side because he's gonna be winning vetoes, so why not keep him on our side?
It was the hardest and the most strenuous.
That's what I thought.
Well, I had to win this veto because if I didn't, Janelle was going to win it, and she would have taken off Rachel or Howie, in which case the only substitute nomination would have been myself. You got two sides here. One side annoys the hell out of me in one way, the other side annoys the hell out of me in another way. Obviously, I have to deal with Rachel and Howie because I'm still trying to play both sides and I still need them. You know, they're going to be mad either way. I have no allies, no friends in this game whatsoever.
Thanks, guys.
Obviously, it's not an easy decision because it means, you know, by me using this or not using it, you know, obviously it puts someone in a position that none of us like to be in. Based on the fact that it would be pretty much impossible to make a decision between the two of you as to who to save, and, you know, to respect those nomination decisions, I choose not to use the power of veto to veto one of his nominations. So this veto meeting is adjourned.
I did not use the veto today simply because the Girl Scout troop would have gone nuts had I used the veto. Everything's going my way right now, so I need to keep both sides happy.
Good move.
Close call.
What do you mean?
I'm starting to catch on to your stupid games now.
Checkmate. I'm still here. Oh my god, I've lost weight, I have gray hairs, I can't sleep, I'm losing muscle tone. I am having fun though.
James is the most dominant player of all time in Big Brother history.
I'm gonna laugh my ass off if James ends up as one of the last two remaining people in this house because everybody's so pissed at each other.
What James is still doing here, I don't know. I mean, I tried kryptonite on him and he's immune to that. I mean, I'll put my money on James and winning. I'd vote for him because he's a great story. James has, I think, 5 vetoes.
The all-time record veto holder of 5 vetoes now.
The Super Bowl trophy's named after Vince Lombardi for a reason. And the veto award is going to be named after James for a reason. The golden power of James.
The only way I can guarantee my safety is to guarantee that I compete in veto competitions and then try to create internal strife.
Every time I see April talk, every time I look at her, I get so disgusted.
She sucks royally.
She talks too much. She talks way too much.
Who?
April.
Oh, you notice that?
She's an idiot. She still won't admit to Beth that she was ready to vote her ass out.
Of course not, because she still needs that. You know? But unfortunately, Maggie is the threat first.
Each side completely hates the other side. So I'll talk to the Sovereign and I'll talk to the Girl Scout troop and just keep both sides aggravated towards each other and on guard. That way, you know, they focus more on those individuals as opposed to myself.
Rachel's like, you know they'll just turn on you next week.
So it's my job to just continue the hate, you know?
She's just a bitch. Like, she's a conniving, straight up bitch.
I'm just glad you guys are finally realizing.
Yeah,
you know, because I'm
look,
telling you
this
guys
is
all
a
the time, you know, you'll
I started realizing when they were trying to get us to vote off you bad. I'm like, oh my god.
I would love to get HOH next week.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
That'd be beyond sweet.
Of course, if I get it, I'll put in Maggie and April.
Dumbasses. My strategy is exactly what I said it was. If I get HOH, Maggie and April go up, simply.
I never talked about winning this game yet, so I might be jinxing myself. But I really think you and I could be the final 2. I know you and Howie are really good friends, but I mean, physically, I think you and I could keep vetoing ourselves. Because I was written off week 3, and you were written off week 2.
Janelle is just, she's a badass. And the Girl Scout troop, they have numbers going in the sequester house, and all one of them has to do is make it to the final 2, and they can vote that person the winner. But if it's Janelle and I know that I would definitely win over Janelle.
Could you imagine if it was you, April, and myself, the final 3?
It'd be a cakewalk.
The Girl Scout troop would have a collective aneurysm if Janelle and I made it to the final 2.
We're going to have to cut this conversation short.
All right, cool.
They're going to start to think something.
Well, thanks, James.
No problem.
Appreciate your honesty.
Rachel stays, she'd be a great ally. I get scared during HOH competitions with Howie.
James holds Howie and Rachel responsible for his girlfriend Sarah's eviction. Who does James want out of the house more, Howie or Rachel? Hello, James.
Hey, Julie.
Please cast your vote to evict now.
I vote to evict Rachel.
Thank you, James. Please go back to the living room.
Thank you.
Rachel, you have been evicted from the Big Brother house.
Sacrificing yourself over Howie was a very noble move. and the nerd herd keeps on winning, then I'm sure I'll see you in sequester in a couple weeks. I don't know how I got this far, but if I go home this week, it's because I was never able to get that stinking HOH.
James,
You gonna want me to compete with you tomorrow?
I'm gonna pick Maggie. Just because she's my somewhat partner right now.
So why would April not want to use me for the veto competition? When my key comes out of the box, it means to me that the fix is in. I will be backdoored tomorrow for the second time.
There's only 2 left I can pick from, and I cannot beat James, because he's the all-time veto champion. So I'm going to have to go with Bobo today.
I knew at that point I was done. I was going to be backdoored.
There was no way in hell I thought that she was going to get this phone call. No way in hell.
I saw the opportunity up in the HOH room when Yvette was crying to talk about, the fact that Janelle's won all these things. I'm trying to find any sort of angle to keep me in the game.
America cannot like her. I'm sorry. Everybody loves a villain. Okay. Thank you both. So this week I have decided to use the power of veto. And I have decided to use the power of veto to save Janelle off of the nomination block.
Thanks, April.
You're welcome. Okay, as HOH, I am going to have to nominate someone else for eviction. And the person I would like to put up there would be James, the power veto holder champ. About a month ago, you said never do anything for personal reasons in this game, and it is not personal whatsoever. It is strictly strategic. So this meeting is adjourned.
If I can get Yvette and Bo, then I can try to swing Janelle as saying, Janelle, you have a lot better chance with me than you do with Howie. I had 2 more days. I'm not done by any means. I was not surprised at all that April put me up. The fact that April left Howie on instead of Janelle, that surprised me. For April personally, she helped herself by taking Janelle off. But for the team, dumb move. Because if Howie gets HOH, it is Maggie and Yvette up on the block.
Well, you should get the pack with me.
Yes, Howie.
You have no idea, after 7 weeks of us trying to get you out of this house, what it's like to pack around here.
It's time for jokes later, Howie.
Well, I'm sorry. All right, sorry.
Like, I thought I had a chance against Janelle. But I don't have a chance against Howie.
James and Yvette had like an emotional bond, and when the veto ceremony was over, Yvette wanted to comfort him, hold him, I guess. I don't know. She needs to look at strategically what would be smart for her, and it's not smart for her to keep holding on to him. It's not at all.
This is my worst case scenario.
I hate Howie. I'm hating him more and more every day.
I know. Well, if you can convince Maggie and Bo to vote him off, then.
Since Sarah left, my relationship with Yvette has grown like it was growing in the beginning, but her loyalty for some reason is with the Girl Scout troop. So obviously I need Yvette to be my liaison to kind of soften them up for me and to find out what avenues that I need to come after.
I just don't understand why they wouldn't leave Janelle up there with the team.
I'm not HOH.
But was that the team decision or was that her decision?
Pretty much when something gets discussed, you don't argue it too much, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Maggie and Bo and you both to keep me. Howie goes home and then we all go after Janelle.
James and I relate to him, and I'm able to bond with him, and he tells me that he can't trust anybody in this house, and the only person that he's trusted since the beginning is me.
Any sleep? We know how to vote on Thursday. Want to sleep?
Good thing you're not campaigning.
I guess we campaign. I mean, Howie, you can't win a veto or an HOH since week 2. James can veto himself out and win the whole damn thing. James started campaigning against me, so I started campaigning for myself.
Or maybe Howie's just playing the dumb, uncoordinated, middle-aged man.
Right.
He was joking with me. At the same time, he was making a little bit of a run for let's get Howie out of the house and keep me for another week to run the table and veto myself out.
Or my 0 vetoes to James' 5 vetoes.
If I can get Yvette and Bo to vote for me, and if I can convince Janelle that her and I would be a lot stronger than her and Howie, I might be able to get this done.
I really would like to stay.
Do you know how Yvette and Bo are voting?
I think Yvette's gonna give me a vote. You know, I haven't really talked to Bo. You know, I need 3 votes, obviously. So it is something you consider.
I just feel so bad for Howie.
Janelle wants to win very bad, and I just have to figure a type of proposal that she'd be an idiot to turn down.
No one would believe it was you that voted. You know, everyone would just deny it. So, but if they would vote and you did, then it would be you and I against them as opposed to, you know, you and Howie. But then again, you two deserve each other.
And Howie?
Yeah.
I was talking to Janelle. She pinky swear to sympathy vote.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Of course I lied. There was no pinky swear. I mean, I told Yvette I pinky sweared because I wanted her to know that that vote was solidified.
And even if you and Bo were to vote to keep me, and she didn't, it would still be a tiebreaker, and April would still get to send me out, so that way no one would be in trouble.
I have to keep working on Yvette to see if I can get her and Bo's vote.
If I get HOH, then obviously you and Bo don't want me putting you 2 up. I put up April and Maggie, so you decide who you keep.
We've beat the odds so far. As long as I got Yvette in this house, I have a fighting chance.
Is it my move or your move? It's yours.
Both James and Howie have the ability to knock people out of this game. I see them as absolute equal threats.
The good thing about James is that he is in good with my partner, Yvette, and he would protect myself and Yvette as long as he could.
I absolutely, truly believe that James would help Bo when I get to the end. In my book, there's 101 reasons to keep James.
I think I could go very far with James until he probably sold me out. If I kept James around another week, and even if I told Howie it was just for strategic reasons, he would be really hurt by that decision.
All right, James, it's your turn.
Thank you. I want to thank my friends and family for supporting me. I'd like to thank all the house guests for coming after me week after week after week after week after week after week. And thank you for making it easy to get those vetoes. But just kidding. You guys got to do what you got to do. And I know if I walk out of here being evicted over Howie, then it definitely was a strategic move and not personal. So
thanks, James.
It's part of the game.
Thank you, James.
I vote to evict James.
James.
James. James.
By a unanimous vote, James, you have been evicted from the Big Brother house.
In a way, I'm like everyone's hero at this point, just because James was such a hard player to get rid of.
Let me get my bag last.
All right, bro. I'll see you next week.
Bye, James. Say hi to Jenny and Rachel for me.
What do you got in here? All the vetoes?
It was either get him out this week or, you know, see him in the final 2 because he would have vetoed his way, you know, out of the block every single time.
Oh, dude. I'll see you later. He was one of the first people I connected to when I walked into this house. And at one point became one of my enemies. But through all of that, we were still able to be friends.
You guys recycle, and
I love you, bro. Now I got a shot at the veto.
keep playing chess.
I'll see you soon, bud.
Bye, James.
Bye, James. Say hello to Jen, Rachel, get a pina colada for me.
Bye, James.
Rachel, hello.
I'll see you
Bye.
soon.
Oh, went fast. All in all, it was my sole responsibility that, you know, James went up. I think the house is very, very happy with the decision, with the exception of Yvette.
There were 6. Final 6. The sympathy vote was not going to say how much I loved him or how much I cared about him. I vote to evict James.
Thank you, Yvette.
That vote wasn't going to say anything.
And then there were 6. The power's up for grabs.
Get here. Come here.
Hi, James. You can drop your bag right there and come on in. Nice to meet you. I'm well. How are you?
Good.
Have a seat, please.
Goodbye.
James, since your girlfriend Sarah was evicted, you've had to go it alone in this game, knowing the whole house wanted you out. How did you survive all these weeks?
Just by making, like, I guess, not... These house guests are crazy, and they wanted me out real bad, and they just kept making worse mistakes than I did. And it was through fear or nervousness or whatever. They just kept, they screwed up more than I, so it kept me there for a while.
Why do you think they wanted you out so bad?
So I didn't know until today that it, you know, everyone says strategy, 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 but when they come after you for 7 evictions in a row, it's kind of like, you take it personal, but knowing that Howie and Janelle are still in the game, I know that this has to be strategy, because with those two, it would be very easy for April to make it personal. So.
Now, when Howie was HOH, he nominated you and Sarah. Had he not done that, would you have stayed loyal to the Sovereign Six?
Completely. Yeah, that was one of the turning points, probably one of the biggest mistakes that he could have made in this game. And obviously it hurt my chances. But, I mean, when I went over to that side, you know, first I had Eric coming after me, and then I had Howie coming after me. So it's kind of like, at that point it was like, all right, let's see what we can do. The whole house was after me, so let's just try to take out as many people as I could before they finally caught up with me.
You got close to Yvette in this game.
Yeah.
Was that genuine, or was that strategy?
No, it was so sincere with her. She's an amazing, amazing girl. Her girlfriend's very lucky, so is her family. She's awesome.
So you think you'll stay in touch with her then, right?
Oh, yeah. She even has an apartment Sarah and I might rent out if we go down there, so yeah, I look forward to seeing her again.
Well, James, in the event that you were the one evicted tonight, your fellow housemates taped some goodbye messages to you. Let's hear what they had to say.
Where is it?
I'm sorry I didn't give you the sympathy vote, and I think you understand why. I'm sorry that pretty much your truest friend in this game at this point cannot save you.
I probably could have made it further in the game with you, but I just couldn't pick you over Howie because we're better friends, and I'm sorry.
Your 5 vetoes speak for themselves, you know. I want to beat around the bush. You know, I mean, I've been talking about this for a long time. You're awesome, bro. Dangerous, awesome, and insidious.
You have played this game very, very well, and unfortunately, the people who play the game really well end up leaving.
It's taken 5 weeks to get you out of here, but success has finally happened. Just kidding.
Oh, James, I'm an ER nurse. I'm so sorry. I'm not all those things that you thought I was. I really am truly an emergency room nurse.
James, you thought she was a cop.
Well, first of all, she doesn't believe you, even when you're telling the truth. So I figured that was the first indicator. And Maggie is an awesome person. She's, I definitely think I'll still talk to her outside of here. She's, we've definitely become close in our
competitive ways,
yeah,
right?
So,
well, James, we'll see you back here on September 20th for the finale, when you will help crown the winner of Big Brother 6.
Thank you.
Thank you.